Hey Tinkers, it's Mr. Patrick here from the Pleasant Hill Library with another project from your 2023 Tinker Kit. Now we are gonna make a robot. And not just any robot, we're gonna make a RoboChariot that can carry things around. So, break out your yellow gearbox motor, get that out of the bag. You're also gonna need your AA battery case holder. So grab that and unbag that. It's gonna have two leads on it. You can pull those off so you see the little copper wire in there. You're also going to need to scrounge up a couple AA batteries. And you're also going to need some of those rubber bands and these 4 wooden bits from your baggie. All right, these laser cut bits. Can you guess what those are for? All right. Well, let's get started. The first thing I want to do is put a couple of these guys right here on my motor. You'll notice that the hole in the top of this should fit right and should plug right onto that. Now I'm going to warn you, it's going to be a little stiff because we want those legs to be secure. So, well, that one worked out pretty well. If you find it's a little tough getting it on there, then you can press it down against the table. And the first time you do it, it might be a little stiff, a little easier to do it later on. All right, so I've got 2 of these on here. You can actually put them in any configuration you want. We'll get into that later. All right, and then let's go ahead and attach this guy to the back. All right, and the best way to do it is with a zip tie. Now that I see how the legs are going to fit on there, I think I will pop them back off to do the next step.
First things first though, let's go ahead and wire up our battery case. I'm going to twist these a little bit here so they're nice and pokey. And this will be good practice for our embroidery later on. Let's get those twisted up nice and clean. And that way they'll be easier to attach to our gearbox motor. Okay, I'm going to carefully thread this through the contact, that little eyelet, and I'm going to bend it over very carefully to not try to break too much, twisting it up so it's nice and secure. There we go, that looks pretty good. If I were a pro, I'd solder these on so they'd be permanent, but if you find they're falling off, you could use a little bit of tape. I just give it a little tug and just check to see that it's all in place. I can do the same with the other side, so both of those are connected.
Now before you put the batteries in, let's attach it with a zip tie. I'm going to feed this through this bit like that. And then through the holes. Like that. And then it's going to go back out the other side. Like that. And down through this. All right. Once it seems like it's in a good spot, I will go ahead and attach it.
We'll cinch up that zip tie so it's nice and tight. We don't want it falling apart while we are riding our RoboChariot.
All right, so I've attached my battery pack to my motor with a zip tie. It should look something like this. I'm going to go ahead and put in some batteries. And if this blade is sticking out, it's not going to do anything at all, right? But if I close it, it'll start moving. I'm going to turn it off, and then I can add the legs back on. I'm going to start out with 2, but you might notice we do have 4 legs. When I do, make sure that there's space here between this and the gearbox. All right, I've got my legs on here. Let's give this a try here. It's not really going so well. All right, now I added some rubber bands for added traction. Let's try again. It's a little better. Still not doing so great.
So now with 4 legs, it's finally moving, but it's moving in circles. Why on earth is it going around and around like that? Let's see if we can troubleshoot it. Let's see.
Take a close look here and see. I've got this is asymmetric here. What if I try a different combination? Right? Put this guy. Right? And now it's symmetric. Let's try this again.
Well, it's still not moving very fast. That battery pack is just too heavy to drag around. Let's try something different. Take a paper clip and bend it to make a little T. And now we've got some back legs. We'll plug those in between the batteries. And let's put a little rider here on our RoboChariot. Much better. Try different configurations of legs, maybe even put some wheels on. Have fun with your RoboChariot, my friends.